Hello, Meoni here and welcome back to another FanFest related discussion video, this time to talk briefly about the New Game Plus feature announced for Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. The feature itself doesn't immediately sound out of place in any single player Final Fantasy game, but we're talking about Final Fantasy XIV, the MMORPG, so how exactly is this going to work? At the Las Vegas Fan Festival a short while ago, game producer and director Naoki Yoshida talked during the live keynote on certain features of the 5.0 Shadowbringers expansion set to release next summer. The issue there is that many of these newly announced features have very little details given with them to put them into context, so we can only go from what was said and imagine the rest. It was said in the keynote that the New Game Plus feature in Final Fantasy XIV will be a way to revisit older parts of the game with your character at full strength. It was roughly described as you pick a patch cycle, 2.0 for example, and then you choose to play through that entire quest line again. Presumably the main scenario quests get reset and added to your tracker, whilst I have further presumptions that you would maintain your current progression in more recent content you're caught up with, Stormblood for example. The emphasis during the discussion between Yoshi P and co-host Foxclon was that if you choose to jump to this point in time in regards to resetting, was that you would have to play that entire patch cycle, 2.1, 2.2, etc., starting with the base patch itself that you choose. Presumably then your choices come New Game Plus's implementation in Shadowbringers will be 2.0 A Realm Reborn, 3.0 Heavensward, and 4.0 Stormblood. So what benefits would this system hold? Well, initially you might think, none. But say you're leveling your classes up, perhaps even Blue Mage if it works with this. The single greatest dump of free experience you can get whilst leveling the first time on a character is from your main scenario storyline. It beats pretty much everything for raw experience. Skip all the cutscenes, spam the turn-ins and run around the world, you're pretty much getting 3 levels. This then has the possibility of being one of the most useful features to level alt jobs, and if it does work in general like this, then this would be huge. Imagine switching to Blue Mage, resetting your MSQ progression for A Realm Reborn, and smashing the experience needed to get to that level 50 cap using nothing but quest turn-ins. Realistically, beyond the potential for that experience gain, there doesn't seem to be any other tangible reward from this, other than your own personal want to revisit much of an older patch without having to create another character, which, whilst it has its own merits, wouldn't be the direct attention for the general populace, I don't think. In general, I thought I should make a video like this and get some of these thoughts off of my chest and engage with you lot, especially the idea of experience gain from a reset of an entire patch cycle worth of main scenario. Even so, we don't know any of the limitations of this service or any further details, whether you have to be maximum level to employ this or not, and even if this will be a free service implemented in the game. The more I feel, as much as I like the sound of New Game Plus, it does smell a lot like something they could put as a purchasable service on the MOG station, especially considering they did the same with Story Skip and the Job Boost services. Either way, let me know what you think about this, and I'll see you all next time.